Gearing up to show their commitment to giving back. The annual Trek4Mandela up Mount Kilimanjaro is one of the biggest initiatives that mainly focuses on raising funds for keeping a girl child in school. The initiative is facilitated by Caring for Girls, an NGO that collects funds and sanitary towels for less privileged girls. So for more on the group's readiness and the fact that they're leaving today for Kilimanjaro, we speak to Gillian Pillay from Tambo International, and Gillian is part of the team. Good morning to you, Gillian. How are things? How's the atmosphere? Talk to us. What's going on at the airport now?
A very good morning to you, Leanne. You would know, just like in 2015, there's an absolute hive of activity here. Here's a mixture of anxiety, but also a lot of anticipation. You know that this area, there'll be some formal proceedings that will take place. In a short while from now, dignitaries, families and friends have converged on the Tambo International Airport to bid farewell, to give well wishes to those more than 20 climbers. Months and months and months of grueling training will really be put to the test in the next few hours. Like I said, formal proceedings is expected to take place in a little while's time from now. But truly, the momentous occasion will really be marked by those throngs of beneficiaries of schoolgirls, which will make a guard of honor all the way to customs, through which the climbers will move, and they will convey their well wishes, asking them to remember who they're doing it for and why they're doing it. So that is the kind of activities, Leanne, that we expected to see play out here this morning. I'm now joined by Richard Mabasa from the Caring of Girls campaign, just to give us a sense of what can we expect from proceedings in a short while from now, Richard.
Well, we can expect, it's always an electrifying moment. The formalities really, it's where our stakeholders come together. The Nelson Mandela Foundation CEO will speak, and we've got some, dignitaries from different, spheres of government who will be here to just see us off, but also to congratulate the climbers for, taking this journey. I know it has been 6 months of hard training on Drakensberg and Sekerbos and many other places. But also, I think for me, like you said in your intro, that the families are here, it's to have that emotional send-off to say, we wish you well, and we want to see you in a few days' time, because it's basically about 7 days.
Parich, just to quickly, I know we're in the news hour now, but talk to us about these two significant points for this year's climb. Just highlight that for us, please.
This year's climb for us is quite big, because we're coming from, it's an emotional climb to start off with, since last year we lost our dear brother, the late Gugu Zulu. So this year we are climbing for him. So it's #climb for Gugu. But also, the bigger goal has always been climbing, celebrating Madiba Day, and also about the girls. We want to reach 500,000 girls, and we know that our ultimate goal is 2 million girls by year 2020. So you and I still have about 3 more years to go.
Radich, just talk to us quickly about evacuation plans, looking at what happened last year. People want to know what plans are in place this time round to circumvent against any such thing happening again.
Yeah, I always make sure that when I talk about evacuation plan, you saw my communication to even all the climbers, I want them to understand that whatever we do or whatever we say, we want it to be understood within the context. So there will be an evacuation plan, but you need to understand, or the listeners must understand, that whenever something happens at any point above 3,500 meters, and remember, we're going to almost 6,000 meters, so that means you still have to be taken down to where the evacuation can take place. So there is an evacuation in place, but still, the challenge of Kilimanjaro is that when something happens above 3,500 where the helipad is, then we still need to get that person down. But we tried our best. We've got 2 doctors, we've got 1 on standby, and then we also try to make sure that we get the local doctors who can speak the local language to make sure that they can communicate quick, fast, and just take all the precaution and help us understand, what maybe we were unable to deal with last year. But again, the incident happened almost at midnight last year. So, those kind of constraints will always be there. But also, we've taken an extra day. So we were supposed to leave tomorrow, but we're leaving today because we want to take an extra day tomorrow for every climber to ease their nerves, to sit down, relax tomorrow, and make sure that by Friday when we take off, they are in the right frame of mind.
And that was Richard Mabaso just giving us a sense of the plans that are in place for this year's climb. And as he said, an electrifying atmosphere is expected to unfold here in a short while from now. Back to the studio.
All right, that's Gillian Pillay speaking to Richard Mabaso. I know what it was feeling at this time, and it is absolutely exhilarating. Those butterflies are going and those nerves are on edge. So we wish them all the best as they embark on their journey. And we'll keep updating you every morning here on Morning Live as to how the climbers are doing.